CBN News senior international correspondent George Thomas is joining us now from Lviv, Ukraine. So, George, now that the Russians control the city of Kherson, what cities are they likely to target next?
Yeah, there are reports that Russian warships have left their port in Crimea and are headed to the southern city of Odessa. This is Ukraine's third largest city. It sits right on the border of Moldova. We could see some major military action there in Odessa. There are horrific reports coming out of Mariupol, which is just about east. If you look at the map of Kherson, go east, right on the Sea of Azov, on the coast of the Sea of Azov. In the last 36 hours, they've been the mayor of Mariupol said they've been constantly hit, artillery fire, missiles for the last 27 hours. My sources inside the city, they say that the electricity has been turned off. It is cold. There is no water. There is no cell connection. In essence, they have surrounded the city. And it's not just Mariupol. We're seeing it in Kharkiv. We're seeing it in portions of Donetsk and Luhansk. Clearly, the intensification in the south and the northeast continues today.
George, Russia's foreign minister says they'll continue the war in Ukraine until the end. What does victory look like for Moscow?
Yeah, there is some talk that perhaps today or tomorrow, Belarus, the Russians and the Ukrainians will meet again, just like they did a couple of days ago. But for the Kremlin, victory looks like at least the half of the country in complete Russian control, from Kyiv all the way to the east coast of the eastern portion of Ukraine and all the way to the south. I think a lot of emphasis is going to be in the next few days. It's going to be in the southern part of Ukraine. I've been saying this for the longest time, this whole idea of creating a land bridge. And what's interesting is that they are pummeling, the Russians are today pummeling areas that have been historically homes for ethnic Russians. And so this idea that Putin says that there is a quote unquote genocide happening against Russians by the Ukrainian government. Here we have Russian forces, Russian missiles targeting places like Kharkiv, like Odessa, like Mariupol. That entire quadrant of the eastern part of the country has been historically ethnic Russian, Russian speaking. And so here you have just a calamity upon calamity. And then there's this humanitarian disaster that's happening. 1 million plus people trying to get out of these places that have been surrounded.
Now, the United Nations says that more than 1 million people have fled in the last 8 days, many of them going to Lviv, where you are. How's the city coping?
You know, I mean, they've basically opened up their homes, the schools. Fortunately, it's a holiday time here for the schools. So the colleges are open, the high schools are open, restaurants are open, office spaces are open. Every place that's available for refugees, people are welcoming. We did a piece about a family that decided to open their home to strangers. This is the sort of spirit today here in Ukraine, and especially in the western part of the country, because they realize so many people are finding refuge in this particular safe zone for the moment.
All right, we continue to pray for them and you as well. Thank you, George Thomas, for reporting this morning. Much appreciated.